Well, as the sun goes down, the speeds go up. It's almost time to get underway for this shootout for the fastest time and the best possible grid position for tomorrow's race. Let's get on with it. It's qualifying for the Bahrajn Grand Prix.
Okay, let's have a comms check, please. Radio check.
Radio check.
Here's a quick position rundown for you. The top five are the fastest lap at the moment, 1:30.4. Norris, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Gasly and Leclerc. Okay, so as for the cars around us, just ahead are Bahrajn, Albon and Alonso. And we're in front of Bortoleto, P19, you have P19 now. We've been pushed down to P19, I'm afraid. Here are the top five cars as things stand. Okay, so the current fastest lap, 1:30.4. Norris, Hamilton, Tsunoda, Gasly and Hülkenberg. So, just ahead of us in this session at the moment are Albon, Alonso and Bortoleto.
Not bad for the last quali.
Well, that wraps up qualifying, but don't worry, we'll be back tomorrow as we head into the Grand Prix. It's race day and our drivers are all out on the grid performing their final checks before we get underway here at the Bahrain International Circuit. Formula One returns to the desert today on this exceptional 3.36-mile circuit. 15 corners provide plenty of overtaking opportunities, and it could be a strategic race, this one, with Sakhir notorious for eating up the rear tyres. Watch out for drivers managing their rubber at some point during the Grand Prix. Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Lando Norris put in a fantastic lap yesterday and he'll start from pole position. And Lewis Hamilton completes the front row. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Tsunoda, Sainz, Oscar Piastri and Gasly, Hülkenberg, Leclerc, Verstappen and George Russell, Lawson, Ocon, Lance Stroll, Doohan, Fernando Alonso, Antonelli, Ollie Behrman and Isaac Hadjar. Albon and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track where preparations are underway. And alongside me in the commentary box, my old friend, Anthony Davidson. Now, I'll be generous here. It's not that long ago that you were racing and entertaining us on a Sunday. But in the years since, the sport has changed quite a bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has, Crofty. You know, the cars have got bigger, they're heavier, But critically, there's more downforce to play with as well now. There was around 4 tons of downforce on the car at 300 kilometers an hour when I drove. You're now looking more towards 5 tons of downforce. So there's a big difference in performance. But because of that, the car being heavier and bigger, you've got to drive in a smoother way. You've got to look after it a bit more. You've got to nurse it through the slow speed corners more. They were much more nimble, agile machines when I drove in Formula 1 compared to now.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Yeah, I'm here.
No rainfall expected today. We think it'll stay dry. They're on fresh softs. They're in 19th place. Okay, so that's the rest of the grid forming up now. Be patient and watch for those lights. DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. P6, you got P6. Our gap to first place, 6.5 seconds. Russell's ahead of you now. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Okay, Hulkenberg's behind you now. Less than a second separates you. Your pit window opens in 15 laps time. You might experience some understeer now that you're in the wake of the car ahead. Try to get past as soon as possible. Tyre condition still looking good. Hamilton's ahead of you, and the time last lap, 1:36.1. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on fresh hards. Their tyres are 2 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Okay, so you're gaining by 1/10 a lap. Gasly's ahead of you. Time last lap, 1:35.3. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. Their tyres are 3 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. Okay, you're dropping back by around 1.4 seconds. That's P7 now, P7. Okay, so gap to the leader, 11.1 seconds. That's Gasly ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. They're on fresh softs. Verstappen behind you now. Okay, they're on old softs. Pit window opens in 12 laps time, 12 laps. slowly gaining on the car in front. Try to keep up this momentum. Okay, the pit window's open, so let's box this lap. Box this lap.
Okay, 9.1.
P6, you got P6. Okay, gap to leader, 20.3 seconds. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Gasly's behind you. Okay, they're on old softs. Your pit window is open, pit window currently open. Okay, 41 laps to go. Some information on Bahrajn for you. Right, they've got a serious car issue. It looks like they're retiring. And we're currently sat in 6th. Our gap to first place, 20.5 seconds. Verstappen's ahead of you. Less than a second separates you. Okay, they're on old softs. Gasly's behind you. Okay, they're on old softs. Your pit window's now open. Pit window is open. Okay, 41 laps to go. Okay, pit in this lap, and remember the speed limit. We'll be penalised if we exceed it. Keep that in mind as you approach. Right, let's go, come on. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. All right, we'll be doing one more stop today. One stop left in this strategy. Okay, Antonelli ahead. Okay, the gap is less than a second. Okay, they're on old softs. Ocon behind. They're on old mediums. You've got 18 laps until your pit window opens. Okay, 40 laps to go now. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 4.0 seconds. Alexander's coming in for his stop now. And that's Hulkenberg ahead of you now. Okay, gap to the car in front, 1.9 seconds. Okay, they're on old hard tyres. Their tyres are 18 laps old. Okay, we think they've got 2 stops remaining. 2 stops remaining. And the time last lap, 1:37.6. Fastest lap at the moment, 1 minute 34.5. tyre concerns at the moment, just focus on the driving. Just so you know, we're getting some strange readings from a couple of the sensors, so I don't think you need to be worried, just some bad data, so keep doing what you're doing. I'll let you know if we notice any genuine problems. Verstappen ahead. Time last lap, 1:56.2. Less than a second separates you. They're on fresh softs. We think they've got one more stop. Okay, we're boxing this lap. Give us the best in lap you can. Gap to your teammate behind, 37.0 seconds.
Okay.
Okay, remember to pit this lap. Okay, let's go now, come on. That was a fantastic stop, faster than we were expecting. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross onto the track. got P7, 7th place. Okay, gap to leader, 30.5 seconds. Alonso ahead, less than a second separates you. They're on old mediums. The car behind is Lawson. Okay, they're on old softs. Pit strategy complete. See these tyres through to the end now. Okay, so gap to the car ahead, 15.5 seconds. Alexander's in the pits. Alexander in the pits. Tyre condition still looking good. The car behind's just boxed for mediums. Car behind on the medium tyre now. Fourth position, you're in fourth position. Our gap to first place, 31.2 seconds. Piastri ahead. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 7.6 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Gasly behind. They're on fresh mediums. Look after these tyres now. We want to finish the race on this compound. 19 laps to go. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home. P3, you're currently in P3. Our gap to first place, 25.8 seconds. It's Verstappen ahead. Okay, here's the gap that we're trailing the car ahead by, 19.6 seconds. They're on old mediums. Gasly's behind you. They're on old mediums. Okay, mate, this is the final lap of the race. Final lap.
well driven. Best we could have achieved today.
Here's the checkered flag, and our winner has Landoed. It's Lando Norris for victory.
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
And once all the hard work is over, and after lap of brilliant racing, it's time now to celebrate with our podium trio. He holds the trophy aloft, and why shouldn't he? A richly deserved win today for Lando Norris. Well, that was certainly an exciting weekend of Formula One. Be sure to join us for more exciting Formula One action very soon.